Hello. So, another product review. This one might have a bit of an interest for you, really, because there's not a lot on YouTube, well, I could find in English, to be fair, around this product because it is quite expensive and it's quite of a niche market. But it's on offer at the moment, and I got it for 80 UK pounds from Argos and Currys alike. Just to let you know, I'm not paid for this whatsoever. I bought it for my own money, but I have an idea to use it, and I want to see if it's possible. So, what am I talking about? The Facebook Portal Go. So I thought, oh, that deserved a little bit more investigation, but I have a reason for it. So at the moment, I teach martial arts. I do a combination of things. So I do face-to-face classes. I do virtual classes twice a week. And at the moment, I use a good laptop. I use a stand, which I'll show you in a little while. I use a separate camera because the quality of the internal camera is not very good, and the angle. So I use a Logitech 1080p, it's a full HD camera, and I use Galaxy Pro Buds headphones as well. And then I saw this and I thought, because I like the idea of the tracking, and I'm recording it on a small little device that I have at the moment actually, which tracks with you, but it just tilts backwards and forwards, or so actually side to side. But it's a bit jerky, not been great. So I've been using my laptop, can't quite see it. So when I'm teaching, but I thought actually, could this be good for fitness? Could I teach online? All I have to do is, it's rechargeable, pick it up, log into my Zoom account and teach some kickboxing. So what's it going to be like outside? What's it going to be like indoors? Am I going to be able to hear okay? Will it connect to Bluetooth headphones? But overall, will it be a really good user experience for my customers? Because I want to make sure actually they can see me quite clearly, hear me clearly, and follow those instructions. So let's get some unboxing. It's wrapped in some cellophane. I'm not a big fan of kind of lots of plastic, unnecessary plastic. But let's unbox it and let's have a little look. So the box looks nice, got the instructions on the side, Facebook portal. Let's have a little look around the back. Lots of details, quite a heavy box, but what I'm intrigued in is this bit. Zoom. Will it work? Great for calling families and friends, but also will it be able to be used for my martial art classes? Is it effective, and is it a massive bargain because it's only £80 at the moment, UK pounds from 200, or is it just a gimmick? Well, let's unbox and find out. So I've just removed the outer sleeve. Oh, I've got to say I do like nice packaging. It's got kind of a soft texture feel to it, very similar to like Google's small Nest products or the speakers. It's quite nice. It's got some weight to it. So it's got the power button and the volume on and off. Let's look at the back. It's got a handle. It's quite nice, quite textured, quite fabric. And the base has got a priority type of connector at the bottom. It's designed for it as well. Looks quite nice. Bit of weight behind it as well. Instructions. Charging cable. Small little power brick. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm guessing that's it. Yeah, that's it. So there's not much to the box really. So let's get it charging and see what comes up on the screen. Additional thing to note, which is I really like, it's got the new Type-C connector on here as well. Quite a small little unit. I'm sure it can be used on other USB devices that charge in the home. So let's get it charged. Just while it's charging, these are the instructions that came with it. So there's a warranty and safety book here, which nobody really looks at. And then you've got your quick start guide, the main languages. All looks pretty straightforward. Simple step by step. So how many instructions does it give you? I like ones which use graphics and imagery as well. Makes it a little bit easier. Nice coloured as well. Kind of matches the design. And that's it. Right. Let's see what happens after it's charged. So I've just plugged it in. Looks like the cable is around about 1.5 meters in length. I'm going to give it a good charge because at the moment it's only got about 8% on the battery. It's asking me to follow the instructions, so I'm guessing it's pretty straightforward, and I'm guessing I'll have to log in my Facebook details to be able to continue and see if there's any software updates as well. So it looks pretty intuitive so far. I've just entered my Wi-Fi code, and this is what's been displayed on the screen. I believe the screen is 1280 by 800, I will confirm. So it's basically a HD screen, but it actually looks very crisp and clear. for a kind of HD ready type screen. So Portal needs more charge to continue setup. Click OK to go back, so I'll give it a full charge and see if there's any software updates. So fully charged, it's up and running. I've set up and installed a couple of apps on there as well. It's pretty straightforward. I'm not going to show you how to install them because there's plenty of videos on YouTube. Facebook have their own YouTube channel around setting them up as well. It's pretty straightforward. A lot of the apps require you to log in on your device with your username and password on the original device that you're using, and then choose a function pair, which is normally in the web address, and it gives you a 4 6-digit code. Some apps do require you to log in your details, but very straightforward. But as I mentioned before, there's lots on there. So you see my screen, it's pretty uncluttered. It's got some of my favorites on here as well at the top from my Facebook. I've been playing, put my Spotify account in here as well, and I've got to say the sound quality of the speaker, the stereo speakers, is fantastic. It's really clear, good tone. I can only play a little bit because I know YouTube copyright infringement, so let's just play a little bit. Let's see if you can hear. It won't pick up so well on the microphone, but you've got to just trust me to get into trouble. There's lots of tips and useful functions on how to get used to it and what the functions do, and it's pretty straightforward. I've got some apps installed. I've got Teams, which normally has to be a business account. I've got my Spotify as well. Quick links to music that I've been played in the past, and also some of my favourite apps that I've used quite recently on there as well. So pretty straightforward, and as I mentioned before, it's pretty easy to install apps. Again, log in your device, put in the code, and then you can see it appear on the screen as well. But again, even though this is a HD screen, not full HD, the quality is very good. It's quite smooth, it's pretty straightforward. Just to kind of recap on the buttons, you've got your volume rocker up here, on here, and this is actually your turns the microphone on and off. And a reminder again, this little slider here puts your camera on, so it's like a physical lock as well. And close it again if you want your cam off as well, if you're worried about security. So let's have a little look about what apps are available. So there's two functions here. You'll see apps and websites. So not all apps are available, but it does give you a web app that you can download. So just like logging onto the website. So these are the ones that are available on here. Again, Plex is one of my favorites. I have a Plex premium account, which I highly recommend if you have a suitable device. I have an NVIDIA Shield that I use as a movie server. So the films that I own, they're put onto that. I've got a NAS hard drive, and this then allows me to watch my films anywhere in the world. You don't need a premium account, but you get a better user experience. So let me just click on this. So some of my films that I own or view, or some trailers, I've put some trailers on here as well. But the quality is very good. What I do find, especially with Plex, it's a good unit, but it depends on the quality of your server. So if you've got a very high quality film, say 4K, it's HDR, it's got Dolby Atmos, sometimes the transcribing or the re-encoding can take a bit of time, but it's down to the device and how well it's set up on this device, because sometimes it can not work so well. But I found actually the quality is very, very good. The streaming quality is pretty quick and very fluid, so very intuitive and easy to use as well. So great for Plex users and premium users as well. Again, lots of other ones as well. There's Storytime, which is meant to have some AR experience on there, so I haven't used it myself, but I just wanted to really use it more around the actual quality around Zoom, and obviously when you make video calls as well. And there's a list of websites. So if it's not an app, obviously Facebook on here, you've got Google. So I click on Google, and what it will do, it'll bring me up the web address. So again, very, very straightforward. Haven't used all the functionality. I've been using some of it, but actually so far, I find it really good. And again, here we go. Which is, to me, is very important. It's YouTube. But again, as you can see, it's pretty smooth, quite fluid on there as well. And again, quite easy to use. And you can simply go back to home, and it will bring you back to the main screen as well. So, but again, like I mentioned before, what I've set it up for really is to make video calls, and also because I teach my martial arts twice a week online. Is it functional for that? What's it going to be like outside? Is it going to be any good? So we'll try a couple of video calls. I'm going to phone my mum just to show you what a close-up standard video call was like. And then I'm going to go outside, show you my original setup, and do a bit of a test run. So see you in a moment. So we're here to test the video call quality, and that's the main function of the unit as well. That's its kind of selling point as well. So I'm just going to phone me mum. I'm just going to cover up her personal details. Here we go. So about the reflection. Oh, quite a wide angle. Oh.
Hello.
Hello, mum. You all right?
I'll press this. Hang on.
You all right there?
Yeah, it's got a blue thing at the bottom there. It says no video.
Well, obviously I can see you. Can you see me okay?
Yeah. Yes, I can see you perfectly okay.
Is it nice and clear? Tell me what the audio quality's like.
It's very clear.
So I'm just going to move around, mum. Oh, I've moved. Well, it does keep me in frame,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
good.
Let me just move this so people can see a little bit more detail. If I move across. Seems to pan. What does it feel like at your end? Does it feel natural, or does it feel a bit jerky, or is it smooth?
Feels very natural. Very, very natural.
Again, go back over here. Seems to follow, but quite a smooth position. Let me come back and sit down. I can see your face.
Yeah.
Move your back.
Yeah. It's very good.
So we're outside. I try to, as much as I can, do my classes outside because it's nice and warm, a bit sunny. It gives me a bit more room as well. I do sometimes teach in my garage, which is quite narrow, but my brother's got stuff in there at the moment, so that does limit my space. Where actually I can see where this could be useful because it's got such a wide angle lens on there as well. But let me show you my current setup. My laptop. I normally connect a Logitech 1080p camera because the internal camera is not very great, but I'm going to do a recording of all, and let's see what we can do the difference. I use my Galaxy Buds Pro, so when I'm moving around, and this is the kind of space that I will use. So let's have a test. So let's have a look at the setup. I'm going to use the internal camera, which is set already on the moment. You have to kind of angle the screen down, so that's the issue when you've got cameras built into laptop screens. You're controlled by that as well, and the sun and the angles moving up and down. So if I bring it down a little bit lower, it does reduce my visibility. Let's put it there. So I'm about just over 3 meters away. I'll step back a little bit further. It may work okay. Right, let's try a recording. Let's see how we go. And I'll switch between the internal camera, the 1080p camera, and then the Facebook portal. Can't quite see myself, so if I bring my screen down, this is what I do at the moment. Make sure I get my feet on the right, about 1 to 3 meters away. Checking movements, checking angles. Not so great. I can see myself, but again, a bit of reflection. So let's try the internal camera. Let's switch here. Logitech. Massive improvement. Really, really good. Just look at the angle. So about 2 meters away from my stand. Stand here. That's my angle on there as well. Can angle it a little bit more down. So we get the full. But again, some about 3 meters again. Let's try. Position. So it's the kind of things I would do in the class. As I move across. Again, it won't track me. I have tried software where it does track you, but it's very slow, very jerky, not so great. But that's what I'm used to. I'm happy with. But I normally have my headphones in as well. Right. Let's stop that and let's get set up on the Facebook portal. So here we go. I've put it on the stand. I've just angled it, but it still seems pretty solid because it's quite heavy. It's got some weight to it as well. We'll try and see what that picks me up from the same kind of distances. Let's start a new one. Actually, let me see the recording options on here, because on my computer I can record it via cloud, or can record it by using the internal storage. So already, it's very wide, very colourful, very bright. Do I have a record function? Oh, that's a record function.
Recording in progress.
So again, much wider angle. let's have a look again. So this is about a metre away, 2 meters, about 3 meters. And again, as I move, it does track me. Relatively smooth. The only issues I could see if I want to do kicks, will it pick them up? I think you can turn the actual function off the panning and the tilting. Let's give it a go. Right, here we go. Teaching the class. Way away now. Position. Let's see how quickly it picks me up. Exercises. A lot. Over here. Follow. Pretty quick. Very impressive. Very quick. I'm guessing sometimes I might want to switch it off. So I move close. What does it do there? Seems to stay there. I see my legs in the reflection. I can see it clearly in the sun. So far, so good. Again, because the tones are quite rich, the colours, the depth, actually, I can see a lot clearer on the screen, even though it is a smaller screen. I'm actually impressed. What does it sound like? Again, to get my feet in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meters away, which then reduces your visibility of what's on the screen. But again, I can still see myself very clear. So far, so good. So let's see what the recording comes out like. Very impressed. So I thought I'd do another quick recording because I've noticed you can control the camera within the zoom settings. So let's go back on here, click on more. You don't get as many options at the bottom. It's kind of a breakout menu, I should really say. It says camera control. What options? Focus on me, group mode, or manual mode. It's got mirror effect. So let's just do group mode. Right, let's see what happens there. Let's try again recording. So that way I don't have to stand back so far. So 1, 3 meters. I just tilt down though. It's coming in again. It says group mode, so I'm guessing if we use its kind of scope and it's kind of panning to pick up other people that might be in the group. Again, still very fast, but again, it's lost my feet. And obviously when you teach kickboxing, other exercises might be fine, but just go back again. Let's try. Go back again to camera control. Let's try manual, or you can zoom out. See if it stays there. Let's have a look. Let's go back. So this is on manual. So again, I could actually tilt it down a little bit more, but you can do that as well. So get full screen effect. So far, so good. So let's have a look at some of the controls again. Go back and touch screen. Camera control. You can bring in zoom a little bit. Oh, I see. And tilt the camera down. Let's try that one more time. Oh, perfect. Again, even though it's not a full HD screen, it's vibrant, it's bright, the contrast's really good. The sun is hitting it a bit, to be fair. It seems good. I think this is going to be the perfect answer for you fitness people out there who want to teach or join in classes. And I've also tested the Bluetooth headphones. It has Bluetooth built in as well, and the quality is really, really good. So it seems to have all the functions as well. So I've got a class tomorrow. I might do a little quick cheeky video, but again, I need to protect people's identity, so I may not do that as well. But actually, I'm impressed. It seems to, I mean, the angle is massive. I'm way over. On this side, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 meters angle, but again, still extremely clear. It gets my thumbs up. I'm impressed. For 80 UK pounds, I think it's a steal. So, conclusion. I'm actually very impressed. I was thinking, have I wasted 80 UK pounds buying this stuff? Because I've been teaching martial arts online for quite a long time now. and setting up the laptop, plugging in the camera, make sure you choose the correct camera, make sure the audio works. I mean, it's fine, it's what everyone does, and that seems to work quite well. But the idea of having something that you can just pick up, carry, plonk down, put your PIN number in, because sometimes it asks for that as well, and start. Obviously, it doesn't have the function of recording internally, because it doesn't seem to have that function, but it record cloud-based if you've got a Zoom premium account, which I have. It doesn't give you a huge amount of storage, but that could be quite useful for some people. But actually, I was a bit worried about the size of the screen because my laptop's 14 inches. But actually, because it's so back and it's quite a flat panel, can't quite see much anyway. Not that I need to see too much because it's about the user experience from my customers. But I could see already the brightness, the clarity, the video. So even at smaller, actually I can see a bit more, and the angles are phenomenal. And I've tried it with the Bluetooth headphones and they work excellent. The panning is really good if you're moving around quite quickly, but sometimes I need people to see my legs for when I'm doing my kicks and my strikes. But you can turn that panning function off. You can, because obviously on your laptop and your web camera, you can tilt it, depends on the type that you've got, to angle at you, but then it's pretty much fixed. I had to use a device that I'm using on here which can tilt and pan to hold my mobile phone. But it's a bit jerky, a bit slow, it's not particularly that great. So actually, this combines it all into one. And you can tilt the camera and pan it and zoom in and out manually. Gives you kind of a cursor control, which you can do as well, which I'll try as well. And it works really well. So for £80, I think it's a bargain. Well, that's paid £200. Do you know, I might be more leaning towards that, because £200 a bit much for that, but maybe 100, 150 I could lean, because for me it's just pure convenience being able to just take it out, start the class and plug in my headphones. Sound quality is great, screen quality is great, even though it's not full HD, which I keep mentioning. But actually it's not always about how many pixels, it's about the quality of the actual screen and how reflective it is as well. And it seemed to be fine outside in the sun as well. And it's great because if I wake up late, pick it up straight outside, I'm set up, but having to kind of log into my laptop. So for me, I think it's a bargain. So if you've got any questions or comments, or you want to subscribe to my channel, then please do as well. I try and do more videos as well. If you want something that you're particularly interested in as well, or want to know more about martial arts, or more about my neurodiversity, because I teach mental health first aid. I also try and celebrate people's successes and some of the challenges around neurodiversity, but actually it can be a useful skill if it's harnessed in the right way with staff and companies. So thank you for watching, and hope to again see you very soon.